Thank you so much. So this last project, I want to kind of present in a little bit different way because this at the beginning of the hackathon, all the hackers were given the opportunity to talk to the sponsors. This year, the sponsors were Foundry, Skynet, and Algorand. They all had challenges that were part of the hackathon. And one of the things that the sponsors decided to do, which I think was just in the spirit of like just collaboration and everything that Bitcoin and blockchain are all about, is that they said if hackers could actually use more than one of these challenges together, that they would be happy to actually reward these a project that was able to use more than one of the technologies in it with multiple prizes. And this next group actually really did a great job with that. I'd like to welcome to the stage Algorand Autonomous. Algorand Autonomous has won the prizes from Skynet, Algorand, as well as from the MIT Bitcoin Club. They have won the infrastructure prize for using these multiple infrastructures together in their project. So welcome, Algorand Autonomous.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, and thank you so much for organizing the hackathon, and great job to all the other teams out here. Really great projects. I'm really excited to see how they do moving forward. And for our presentation, I guess I'll just share my screen. Can y'all see that okay? Can y'all see my screen okay?
Yep, we can now.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
I'll just go to the hackathon and our submission. Cool. So our project was essentially making a decentralized autonomous organization, and essentially the challenge we decided to focus on was making a decentralized autonomous organization for the financial funds industry. So, and the reason we decided to do this was because we realized that a lot of financial funds were operated in a really top-down manner, where a small number of individuals had the ability and the power to control the funds and the investments of a large plethora of individuals. So Algorand Autonomous is a decentralized autonomous organization that manages to retain the security of the fund while giving members the independence of an investment broker. And if you've been following the news recently, probably know that investment brokers, even though they give members independence, they can be really risky. So to really tackle the Algorand challenge, we used the Algorand system and Algorand consensus. Brian, can you talk about that since you were a big part of kind of putting all that together?
Yeah, so the first thing we did was look at the documentation for PyTO, which is a Python interpreter for the Algorand TO language. And then once we got familiar with the language, we started developing a UI to make the Algorand software accessible to regular users.
Yeah, and essentially what we ended up doing was making a smart contract where individuals could invest in a fund and have a stake in the voting system by sending algo to the main fund. And as you can see right here, someone can execute the smart contract. Next up, we developed a voting algorithm that was decentralized in nature and allowed everyone to have a say in how the DAO will be updated. So DAOs, in their very nature, need to be updated periodically, and we wanted to ensure that they could be updated while having through voting stakes. And this is an example of the voting algorithm. And finally, we made a neural net network to help investors predict the price of algo, and because algo, the cryptocurrency for Algorand, was the central point of all our transactions on any investments were the central with Algorand, and we don't neural net managed to track the value of the Algorand cryptocurrency so that investors and validators can choose when they want to participate. And obviously, and so finally, the main problem after this was figuring out where to store all this information, all this important financial information. And to do that, we took advantage of Skynet's SkyDB database. So essentially, through this application, someone can enter in a secret key and easily upload all their financial information in this transaction spot. So if I'm going to be sending, for example, I'll go to Brian, then I can just type that all out here and say it's 5 algo and essentially record all this transaction data, and this will be saved so I can access it at any time and have the proof of work as long as I remember my secret key. Brian, you want to talk more about the project and kind of like the theoretical basis about it in the time we have left?
Yeah, I would just say thanks again for the opportunity to work on the problems that the sponsors put out. If you want to learn more, just check out our GitHub or the website. And thanks again to everybody.
Mm-hmm. We also have a white paper available, so if you want to kind of see the theoretical stuff, theoretical distribution documents, staking algorithms, and we also have a couple of demos of how when we do plan to officially launch this, about how users will interact with the smart contract system, which hopefully will be posted directly on the website.
And Manish, thank you so much for all of your help in organizing everything, and thank
you
guys.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Same thoughts here. But yeah, I think that's it for our presentation. Thank you so much.
Great, everyone. I'm so excited for all of you guys. You are just every hacker that showed up, all the questions, all the passion that went into the last couple of days. It was just really incredible. And I want to please take a moment to thank our sponsors, Foundry and Stacks. They were wonderful. They were in, I think some of you folks probably met them in the metaverse in Gather Town. And I hope people took advantage of GatherTown because that was just great. And GatherTown and Gather again being a wonderful sponsor. But in this hackathon, also we had Algorand. Their team was just incredible. They gave a lot of time to answer questions, and same thing with Skynet. Skynet, we're always thankful. They've been supporting our Expo for the last, I think, 5 or 6 years, and they've been so consistent in their support of us, and they've been great. So if all of our sponsors, thank you. We're humbled by your kindness, and again, all the hackers. We had 252 applicants come in, and in terms of the people that followed through and finished, these groups that you're seeing in front of you, these people are incredible. If you're out there and looking for talent, MIT's got talent. So thank you so much for everyone for tuning in and listening to us here. I just want to turn it over